So I think the only day-to-day engagement that your average Israeli worker, a high-tech worker, or someone like me, a personal pension fund has with this whole world is through their own pension, right? And you don't, as you say, you don't really think about it. You typically, in Israel, for those watching from other countries, your company has a pension agent. You tick a few boxes. Usually you sign your name like 20 times on some paperwork and that's it. You have your pension set up and no one really looks into it further. So something I mentioned earlier that I was looking for an ESG track from the major Israeli pension houses, and I read that there was some kind of regulation coming in that, as you said it, not putting that option in the hands of the pension companies, that the actual regulator would mandate that these pension houses would have a ESG or sustainable investment or impact track. So where exactly is that regulation? Is it implemented or what happened?
So in terms of regulation, they won't mandate it, but they will allow it. And that's the move. Because till now, according to the regulation, you weren't allowed to call a pension fund an ESG as a track. So now that's a first move from the regulator saying that you are allowed. It will be starting in 2023. We're not sure if it's January or June, but it's the beginning. They're starting. It should start then. But what's important is that now the institutional investors will be able to offer us pension funds in different tracks. That if it's a pension, it has to have SDGs. That's part of the regulation. But if it's not if it's a different part of long-term investments, you can also have ESG pension funds. So it will start allowing pension funds and institutional investors to give an option of that to the general public. And I think that will also help educate, because most of the money of the public is through the pension funds. And until today, investment companies couldn't offer pension funds. So now it is going to be on the table. So I hope people will understand that it's an option. And if they'll do good in terms of financially, I'm sure people will move there.
Right, because then I guess the process of word of mouth spreads once it's an option and people are happy with their returns and maybe their pension advisor.